Okay, I had trouble making this video. Like I tried like 9 times yesterday, and I spiraled. Went outside and fed the pigeons. It's for like when is it science? When is it science? And it's this idea that even before oil was discovered, which was right before Lawrence of Arabia went there, right? It's like before like the modern industrial age and mechanized, like things that run on like oils. There's so many different oils that you get for like viscosity. You don't just burn it all. Like there's all these different things. So before they had any of that, there's language that seems to fit, and it goes, like don't go to Camelot. It's raw hell. I know why it's hell. It's a reference. It's an occult reference. There's the part of that which is directly referring to hell, which is Cam's lot, the lot of Cam, the shale of the lowly body, like the Shell station, Excalibur thing, like Exxon, right? And then there's also the nemesis to Guinevere, this evil sorceress. She's a petrel. I forget her name. If somebody can help me, I don't want to go deep into Camelot looking for the name. Okay, but a petrol in spirit is just gasoline, turpentine, like not turpentine. Well, it is. It comes from pine trees, but there's kerosene, diesel. Like those are petrol and spirits, right? Have temposity and explosive. How you describe this sorceress that tries to curse King Arthur. So like, and this stuff is older, okay? So it's older than supposed. But then, I mean, it gets a little. You can challenge that. I'm stating that they didn't have ever, advanced oil refining technology back in the past, because that would make me a crazy kook, right? So sometimes it's not interesting to hear what I got to say about it. It's to try to get other people to talk about it, because there are anthropologists that have recovered Vaseline from tombs that could only have been refined with filters that can extract the soot from the byproduct of the refining of petroleum products. That would have required the technology for it. And then some people, believe that there was like, some people can take that a lot further. There's even smart lawyers that that talk about this stuff on their channels, and it's like you put your name behind that stuff, and it's kind of like, I don't discredit. I like, the more you don't know, the more you can find out. Maybe they should change the way it sounds. So the more you don't know, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know anything. But it's more like you gotta take a step back, and it's like the more you can recover, find out, discover, the more people will let you in on, because they see you talking to those pigeons. They they don't hate you. So okay, so like the shale. When it seems like it has to do with fertility rites, before Scottish rites is the next 11 degrees after 22, right? It seems like this would be more about like fertility rites, but the round table and the ties with Islam to Christianity through this pulp fiction that entertained early Christians, probably propagandistically, probably to get them behind a moniker to go off to the Crusades and fight. And it's probably what that is. But how are they talking about science, like how to make gas from plastic, or like how do we get this now? Like, okay, Shell, maybe they copied them. Okay, maybe it's like they just like, maybe the OPEC maybe they took their Exxon Mobil, maybe they took their shit and was like, we want to brand ourselves with a lot of Arcturian mythos from the Grail, the quest for the Holy Grail. Maybe that's their decision. But then, I mean, there was actually something called a petrel, which was like, like a Celtic witch. There was something already called, well, that's them copy, right? Copy. Excalibur. Excalibur's the shale. But, it gets people to think that oil is made from the like, vegetation and crustaceans and dinosaurs and like all the the earth naturally extracted oil from them, like an oil extractor, right? And then that's what they think that, right? That's what we think it is now, because they're talking about it like it's the shale. But that's cool because it's Excalibur. Your car whip out, vroom vroom. It's a whip. It's like you whip out. You whip out your Excalibur. That's why we get old and we buy a certain kind of car. They mind raped us. Men Talk mind took us. But that's okay, because I'm going to teach everybody how to Men Talk mind break them back.